It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Siren Craft Brewery, and it's a can of their Escape Artist IPA coming in at 5.9% ABV. It's in a 440 milliliter can, brewed with Equinox, Simcoe and Mosaic, and it's a last minute plan. I don't normally read the backs of the labels, but it's like this there, nice and bold for me. A last minute plan when you lose a recipe or something's gone wrong and they've just gone, let's just go with this. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we get, and we'll have a proper read later on. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass then. Hope everybody's safe. I'm posting this 16th of March 2020. I promised myself not to say anything. I promised myself that you guys are tuning in to watch me to escape with what's going on in the world. But I just want to say it quick. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all okay out there. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to you all. Let's clink glasses together. There you go. Right, we got a 2-finger white head. A bit of haze suspension going on in the glass, good levels of carbonation. It's a hazy kind of amber coloured ale. Let's get the aroma. Ooh. Whoa, this has got a little bit of what I would call, do I go as far as saying traditional? Can I go as far as saying a traditional West Coast IPA? Because they've only been brewed, I mean, the last 15 years. It's hardly traditional, 15, 20 years. But yeah, there's a certain kind of menacing hop bitterness on the back of this. It just brings a smile to my face. I might be completely wrong. It might be a super juicy, well, I imagine from Siren it's going to be a super juicy beer. But I think there's going to be an inkling of bitterness here on the back end. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of maltiness. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's quite kind of, and I mean this in the best possible way, like almost like when you were a kid, you put a bag of sherbet in your mouth and it's all kind of like hissing and fizzing and it's giving off like tropical flavours. It's a bit like that. Put it in your mouth, a little bit of sweetness from the malt. Then you get that kind of, yeah, the carbonation from the beer pushes the beer around. It's a little bit hissy and fizzy, and yeah, it's a little bit like putting sherbet in your mouth as a kid. And then it's orange, kind of like tangerine, like there is a nice bitterness on the back end, but it's not crazy. It's not a crazy amount of bitterness as I predicted. I mean, I got it wrong. I had a guess, I had a wild stab at it. There's no telling really in the aroma what bitterness you're gonna get. I don't read the cans fully, to be honest. I go into it blind. I like to guess. I like to have a stab at it, like, you know, type of thing. And yeah, it's not as bitter as I predicted. There is a bitterness there on the back of the palate, but it's more sweetness to begin with. Lots of flavour in the middle and then a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's spicy, it's peppery, it's lovely. It's a decent beer. It's a decent beer. I'm just going to check the date on this. 24th of the 3rd, 20. Best before, 24th of the 3rd, 20. Now these hoppy beers generally have a very short lifespan anyway, so it is the 16th, I mentioned it earlier on, didn't I? It's the 16th of March 2020, so we got 8 days. 16th. Yeah, 8 days. 8 days left of when this beer should be drunk if you want to drink it fresh. So we're doing okay. We're doing it okay. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's a little grassy. It's a little you almost get that green hop kind of, almost like it's too fresh, but it's not too fresh. I'm drinking it almost in its perfect condition. It's just got that kind of wet hop, that kind of green hop flavour. You guys know, you guys watch and you guys drink as much beer as I do, I'm sure you do. And sometimes you get that kind of almost organic kind of hop flavour that comes through. It's a bit like when if you've ever been to a brewery and they put a load of pellets, not fresh hops, but they put a load of concentrated pellets in a bucket, and maybe the bucket's a little bit wet on the sides and it's got a bit damp, and they're going into the boil soon anyway, or the dry hopping stage, so it doesn't matter that they've got a bit wet. I'm not saying, but it's almost like that kind of like stick your head in a bucket of slightly wet pellet hops. That organic kind of, I'm breathing hops now back at you as I belched there a little bit. It's lovely. It's a lovely beer. I really like it. I've always been a fan of Siren. They were making waves. They were making sound waves. That's probably my best joke ever on the channel. They were making waves back in 2014, 2015. Everybody was banging on about Soundwave IPA being absolutely terrific. And I remember going up to Leeds to meet my friend Hopsy in Rob Derbyshire, and we were we went into this bar in Leeds, and we went up, and the pub had like a balcony area on the top, and there's all flowers up there, and I remember grabbing a pint of Soundwave, and it was sunny up in Leeds, and we're on this pub terrace on the roof drinking this Soundwave, and it was just one of those moments where you go, this is the life. This is the life. You know, when you go through long winters in the UK, it's cold, it's damp, and then you get to the summer and you remember why you do it. You remember why you stay here, and it's for that reason, because we got wonderful places in the summer. That terrace up with Rob drinking that Soundwave, you might remember. I think you might remember. Was terrific. It was wonderful, and I've always liked Siren. Always liked Siren. So yeah, this is a great beer. So here we go. Here is the description of the beer. Not everything always goes to plan. Sometimes you need a last-minute recipe. Yeah, so something along the lines has gone wrong here. That can get you out of trouble. Sometimes you need an escape artist. This is a no-nonsense IPA with a slightly soft mouthfeel. Ooh, this is a word for me. Here we go. Accentuating all the tropical notes that Equinox, Simcoe and Mosaic have to offer, balanced by subtle bitterness. It's lovely. It took me a while. I gotta be honest, it took me a while to get here with this one. I was kind of up in the air a little bit. I was up and down and up and down, but yeah, I like the beer. It's a good beer. It's worthy of I'm gonna say it's worthy of a 7 out of 10. So 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.